guys. I'm in an area that's called Indian summer. So July is the first month of my summer. I don't grow my tomatoes early. I'm not fighting no early war. I'm not doing no raised beds. I grow according to my actual garden. I don't have a heat mat. I start my seeds outside, and as soon as those seeds are capable of growing, that is when they grow. So that means that peppers come up for me starting maybe in May or June, and tomato plants I put out in the garden in June or July. I'm not trying to be early. I got a long season, you guys. And this year, the way things are going, I don't know how long of a season it is. So I will show you my tomatoes. You know, this is a garden of tomatoes that are up until this point grown completely organically. Not that that was what I wanted to do. That's what my wallet could handle. So let me show you my tomatoes. These tomatoes here have been planted a very long time, but they're just not growing too fast. They're either blueberry or rose violet. There's some famous tomatoes with anthacins, and they're supposed to be blue and stuff like that. But you can see with my heat, they're not doing that fabulous. They aren't growing fast. In fact, it is my lack of heat. It's in the 70s today, and with the wind chill factor, it probably feels like the 60s to the plant. I got a marigold here. Some different things are growing up. Some seedlings are growing up. I'm not going to worry about it. And I have no idea what I planted here. That's a flower. This is a corn. Your girl, I failed at building stuff, so I just planted some corn, so I'm just going to put my plants on the corn. This is my basil. I've been eating it. You see it's got a few branches on it, and some little animals have been eating it, and some more corn. The corn is just planted, so that's why the corn is small. And here's the pepper. The pepper's doing real good in that spot. Let me see if I go this way. This is another corn, and some baby marigolds, and more bay leaf, more basil right here coming on. This is a pepper. There's some Roundup planted in this area. You see where the fence is there? My neighbor's gardener sprayed their side, and they sprayed through to my side, so it's been killing. That's why the plants here have Roundup damage on them. It's been a month or so since he sprayed, but stuff is still dying in that section. And it's a tomato plant. More basil, and the little mini. These are Signet marigolds. They're little tiny ones. And now we get into another tomato. This is African brown. This is chocolate cherry. This has been here a while, and it's kind of sizing up a little. Next to it, let me go over here so you can see a little better. Maybe this is better. Next to it is a bean. The beans grew really fast there next to the tomatoes. And the marigold's doing good. The lemon balm, I eat a lot of this. This lemon balm would take over the spot if I gave it to it. Now here's a Roma tomato, and you see it's a little nutritionally deprived. See how the leaves are showing the dark green veining? They're getting a little bit more color. I've been putting some homemade fertilizer on it, a liquid fertilizer that I heard about from Gardening Is My Passion, and I see it's working because I see these leaves are starting to get their color back. So that's very helpful. But the only thing that was in that soil before was steer manure. That was all I could get. So that's what I did. Here's another tomato. This tomato, oh, did I forget one? Yeah. Here's one of my black crims over here. It's doing good. Yeah, it's getting a little size on it over there. And then here's another tomato. I think this is, oh, I forgot. Amish paste. That's Amish paste. And of course, another tomato. And this is red brandy wine. And I think that's all the tomatoes in there. If there's others, we'll catch it in the next one. This is an Amish paste next to another Amish paste. And let me see. Okay, this is an Amish paste. This is an Amish paste. They're planted over there coming out to the sun. This is a cherry tomato here. It's supposed to be black. It's called black Vernassage. And then this is a cherry tomato called green zebra. Some people say these are salad size, and it may be. Look at this one. I want to make sure you can see the coloring on that one. This is a sport of, there you can see it. This is a variegated Cherokee purple. So, and it's growing really good in this spot. It's not even going for the sun yet, but it's getting nice and thick and lush. And this is a Castanalou Genovese, which is getting quite a bit of size on it. These two were planted later. This one was planted first, as you can tell, and that one was the last one I put over in that spot, because I like to keep my tomatoes coming. This is another red Brandywine. And next to it is my eggplant. It's finally getting hot enough for eggplant, and it's growing next to my oregano. Yum, that's a good combination. Over here, you see this little tomato here? That's Pierce's Pride, and tucked away in the corner are my peppers. Okay? We got more tomatoes, guys. I keep planting them up until fall. Over here, if you look in the back, that's Roma Tomato. I planted these Roma tomatoes like a couple of weeks after I planted those other ones, but these Roma tomatoes are they're growing faster in this spot here. They get a little bit more sun. And see what this tomato is. I should have some kind of tag or something over here. I remember the name of it. It's an old traditional variety. If I can't find the name of it, I'll just put it on there later for you. Over there in the back is another Amish paste. That's an Amish paste tomato. And then we have some tomatoes over here. That is a Saline tomato. And let us keep going. This is my mortgage lifter tomato. I believe this is black Vernassage. I think this is a black Vernassage. It really likes this spot. And this is Castanalou Genovese. See, it's got that same condition where it just shows the green. And okay, the new leaves are now coming up with more color. So that homemade fertilizer I'm using is working pretty good. Now this tomato was growing in the shade. It's now getting some sun because I harvested the other crop. And it is, let me see. I know, okay, there's a tag, guys. White Queen. So hopefully White Queen will grow starting a little faster after a while. I have some other tomatoes in here that I've forgotten what they are, and I don't see any tags on them. That one I'm not going to be able to find the tag for you because I just can't remember. So those are those tomatoes, and I'll show you my last tomato bed I planted. But while I'm here, let me share with you. It's a beautiful flower here. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Yeah. It's another week, another beautiful Cosmos. These came from the dollar store. This is their Cosmos Sensation Mix, and it is lovely. Doesn't that look just like velvet? Gorgeous. This is the last tomato bed I planted, but as you can see, tomatoes grow at different rates, because I can see a tomato here, and I don't know what kind of tomato it is, but these are all my cherry tomatoes, and they are growing in partial shade. There's tomatoes here, there's tomatoes there, there's a tomato there, and it looks like that one might be about to try to start fruiting. I was hoping this is the last one I planted with the concept that it would be the last one that gives me tomatoes, and those tomatoes would last through until fall. But you can see all the different little tomatoes I've come over here and planted. I'm giving up planting tomatoes for a little while. There's another tomato. You know, I got tomatoes dotted here and there. And I'll find them when they get big enough to grow. And when they're big enough for me to see. I don't see any of my silenced tomatoes over here. I had planted one over here, but I don't see it now, so I don't know if it didn't make it. Tomatoes will grow in the shade in the summer, and those are all my tomatoes. Hey everybody, hang in there. We're still going with this thing. You can get it in. Yes, Jesus loves you, and I love you with all the Jesus in me. Be blessed, beautiful.